Alright you guys, welcome to my video. I'm your host, the J-Man. Today, I want to present to you a book I read, and I'll give you a shot of the cover, even though it's going to be backwards. There you have it. Iron Man Beneath the Armor, written by Andy Mangels. I think that's how you say it. Mangels. Anyway, this guy's written many Star Trek books, like pretty much perspective and opinion on the series. He goes behind the scenes and talks about some of the things that were going on politically and socially with Marvel. Talks about the different writers that Iron Man has had over the years, and their approach to writing Iron Man, and mostly their approach to writing the character Tony Stark. And it has some good insightful interviews with the writers and the illustrators of Iron Man throughout the years. They give a lot of personal opinion about why they like the character and what they wanted to do with the character when they became the illustrator, or they took over control of the writing. And I think it's very insightful. If you're a fan and you kind of want to go beyond that third wall and figure out what was the mindset of these guys that were telling the stories, what motivated them, what was selling well, and what were the readers really responding to. And in the same, or in the opposite direction, what did the readers not like? What did Marvel do wrong or bad? And Iron Man had its slumps. It was a 50-year. It has 50-year history. This Invincible Iron Man's been going on for I believe 50 years now. The first Iron Man, his own title, came out in April 1963, and ever since then it's been going pretty strong. I mean, they did kill off the character a couple times. They had him fake his death many times, but the most constant thing about Iron Man is that he's always changing, always upgrading his armor, and each writer kind of put their own spin on that and talked about how he upgraded the armor, why he upgraded the armor, and specifically what the armor was for, what it did best. But he's had so many different types of armor. It's hard to really keep up with them. But this book does a good job of putting them into perspective and linking them to their creator, who is responsible for that particular armor. And it has a glossary of the armor. It gives you kind of a display. It also has a index of villains and characters in general. It talks about them. Really nice pictures, great illustrations in this book. Okay, let me show you some of the pictures here. You can see, light's kind of bright, but you can see the picture. Very nice illustrations, full color, full page. There you have it. One thing I noticed about this book is it talks a lot about the character of Mandarin and the drastic changes that character has been through, the horrible stereotypes that were associated with him, and how the writers really took a strong approach at trying to correct that. Each writer sort of took the Mandarin in their own direction, and he became like the #1 arch rival of Tony Stark. And that was something I was completely unaware of until I read this book. It also talks about not just the comics. It talks about the other products and material associated with Iron Man. It talks about some of the animated films and cartoon, the 94 series, and the movie, the 2007 movie, the first one. It talks about the making of it and all the changes that the film went through, various studios that picked up on the license, some of the actors that were linked to the film. Supposedly Nicolas Cage was going to play Tony Stark at one point. Even Tom Cruise's name was mentioned. And it went through a whole lot of development cycles, just like Spider-Man did. But mostly the book talks about the Invincible Iron Man, which is the main comic in the continuity of Tony Stark. And, it talks briefly about the other books, like, the Ultimate Iron Man and Heroes Reborn. But, if you're looking for a behind-the-scenes, insightful book about Iron Man and not so much perspective on the story, then this will be good for you. I was hoping it would get more into the details of the stories and give me some good spoilers about what happened and why it happened and how it affected Tony. I didn't do that so much, but the interviews with the writers and the editors of Marvel really made it worth it for me. Hearing what they have to say, their basically their rants and raves about certain things that went on for the comic book, such as the incorporation of a nose on the mask, on the faceplate of Iron Man, and that was a big controversy back in the 70s. But I highly suggest that you pick up this book and give it a good read. Let me know what you think. It's not that long. You can pretty much get through it in, a week and a half, something like that. But yeah, Iron Man, Beneath the Armor. I'm going to give it 2 thumbs up. We'll say, let's say a 7 out of 10. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.